For years, Kodak Black survived every controversy that came his way. But during one livestream, a single disturbing moment left millions of fans asking the same question. Was this just another viral incident, or were they witnessing the beginning of his downfall? Only days after Kodak Black appeared on a livestream that left millions of fans stunned, another series of disturbing moments pushed the controversy even further. Videos spread across social media. Public concern exploded. And instead of slowing down, the situation only became more difficult to ignore. But none of this started with that livestream. According to people following his career closely, the warning signs had been building for much longer. So how did one of hip-hop's biggest stars go from dominating the charts to becoming the center of one of rap's most troubling stories? What happened next changed everything.
I was on the and I was sleeping in front of my family house, bro. That's it. I was on that drink, sleep in front of my people's house. But that ain't illegal. And that ain't illegal. So all that's just the process that it had to be in.
The footage from Kai Cenat's livestream spread across social media within hours. Millions of people watched the clips over and over again, trying to figure out what they had just witnessed. Some believed Kodak Black was simply trolling. Others weren't so convinced. To many longtime fans, this didn't look like another viral moment. It looked like someone quietly falling apart in front of the entire internet. But according to people who have been following Kodak's journey for years, the warning signs had started long before that livestream ever happened.
Kodak, whose real name is Bill Capri, faced a judge Tuesday in Orange after turning himself in following an arrest warrant issued for violation of his pretrial release. Authorities said he tested positive during a random test earlier this month.
I'm just not right about the situation.
Black addressing the judge after the pretrial release technician.
Months earlier, Kodak was already fighting battles away from the spotlight. Legal problems were piling up. Court appearances became more frequent, and questions surrounding his personal life only continued to grow. While he publicly denied many of the rumors circulating online, the controversy surrounding his name refused to disappear. Every new headline pushed the conversation even further, leaving fans wondering whether the pressure was finally beginning to catch up with him. Then came another major turning point. Instead of serving what could have become a lengthy prison sentence, Kodak was given an opportunity that many believed could completely change the direction of his life. He entered rehabilitation, stepping away from the spotlight while supporters hoped this would finally become the fresh start they had been waiting for.
You always say, but at times when it feel good, that's what you say sometimes. Yeah. I thought your name was Bubba. Hey, oh.
For more than a year, Kodak stayed largely out of the public eye. As time passed, many believed the worst was finally behind him. When he eventually returned with new music, it looked as though the comeback was beginning. Fans celebrated. The numbers started climbing again. And for a brief moment, it seemed like Kodak Black had finally found his way back. But that optimism wouldn't last for long. Because the next public appearance would completely change the conversation. And this time, millions of people would witness it live. From the outside, Kodak Black's story looked like the perfect rise to superstardom. Between 2014 and 2020, he wasn't just another successful rapper, he became one of the biggest names in hip-hop. Hit after hit dominated streaming platforms, his influence kept growing, and millions of fans viewed him as one of the most authentic voices in rap. Every new release seemed bigger than the last, making it appear as though nothing could slow his momentum. But behind that success, another story was quietly unfolding. While his music continued reaching new heights, Kodak's personal life was becoming increasingly complicated. Legal troubles started appearing almost as frequently as new songs. Arrests, court appearances, and public controversy slowly became part of his reputation. Even though he repeatedly continued working on music, every headline about his legal battles began pulling attention away from his career. Eventually, those headlines became impossible to ignore. After new legal issues surfaced in 2023, Kodak publicly admitted that he had been drinking alcohol while denying several other allegations connected to the case. The statement immediately divided public opinion. Some believed he was simply defending himself against exaggerated claims. Others felt this marked the beginning of a much bigger problem that fans hadn't fully recognized yet.
Say y'all people like who be on that, y'all be on all type, y'all be on say all type of stupid. But I take you one and y'all be so hurt. Y'all wanna like it anyway. Yeah. Everybody else who be coming like on that timing, they ain't got no motion. They broke, they hurt, they something, or they trying to come into life some kind of way. And trying to like look any type of Yeah, I could come in that way. Oh, I think you need help. Oh, look, bro, I try to like, and then you don't think.
Not long afterward, Kodak attempted to reassure everyone by responding during another Instagram Live. Instead of calming the conversation, however, his comments created even more questions. Clips from the live stream spread rapidly online, and millions of viewers debated whether they were watching someone being unfairly judged, or someone quietly struggling behind the scenes.
Then a bed rest, then a long nap, because she took it out too late, and you can't do it back. You can't go.
From that point forward, every public appearance seemed to generate another viral discussion. The focus gradually shifted away from his music and toward his behavior. Fans who had once celebrated every release were now analyzing every live stream, every interview, and every social media clip. Without realizing it, Kodak's comeback story had slowly transformed into something completely different. And what happened next would push that concern to an entirely new level. The situation took a dramatic turn once Kodak Black began appearing on live streams more frequently. At first, many fans believed he was simply trying to reconnect with his audience after spending so much time away from the spotlight. Streaming had become one of the biggest ways artists stayed relevant, so his decision seemed understandable. But within days, those live streams began creating headlines for reasons nobody expected. Instead of conversations about new music, social media became flooded with clips showing Kodak acting in ways many viewers described as confusing and unpredictable. Every new video seemed to spark another debate. Some insisted people were exaggerating ordinary moments, while others argued that something far more serious was happening behind the scenes. One particular livestream changed the conversation completely. Viewers watched as Kodak spoke emotionally, making comments that many interpreted as deeply concerning. Across platforms, thousands of reactions appeared within minutes. Fans who had defended him for months suddenly admitted they were becoming worried. What had started as isolated viral clips was beginning to look like a repeating pattern.
Hey, take a seat next to him, take a seat next to him. Enjoy that food, enjoy that. Take a seat next to him, brother. Oh, hold on, please. I want to be part of bro, I want to join that, bro. I want to be down here.
The reaction was immediate. Instead of discussing music, people began sharing concern for Kodak's overall well-being. Posts questioning his condition quickly spread across X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Every account covering hip-hop news was suddenly talking about the same thing. Then another detail made the story even more emotional. Many users noticed that Kodak's comments closely resembled a viral post that had already been circulating online. The message questioned why the people closest to him weren't stepping in to help, suggesting it was heartbreaking to watch someone appear to struggle while those around him remained silent. Whether Kodak had actually seen that post or not was never confirmed. But the similarities were enough to fuel another wave of speculation. Soon afterward, even more clips surfaced online. One showed Kodak eating food while sitting in the middle of a roadway. Another spread across social media within hours, with viewers debating what exactly they were watching. Every new upload generated millions of views, and with each viral moment, concern continued growing. Instead of fading away after a few days, the conversation only became louder. For many longtime supporters, this was no longer about gossip or celebrity drama. They believed they were watching someone whose public appearances were becoming increasingly difficult to understand. Meanwhile, critics argued that fans were jumping to conclusions based solely on short clips taken out of context. The internet became completely divided. Some people urged compassion. Others criticized everyone around Kodak, asking why friends continued filming instead of stepping in privately. That criticism became one of the biggest talking points across social media. Rather than blaming Kodak himself, many viewers began questioning the people standing next to him every time another viral clip appeared. The situation continued escalating almost daily. News pages reposted every livestream. Reaction channels analyzed every new video. Comment sections filled with debates over whether Kodak needed privacy, professional support, or simply needed people to stop turning every moment into viral content. As millions continued watching, Kodak eventually returned to Instagram Live once again. This time, he opened up emotionally, admitting that throughout his life he never truly felt like he had experienced real love. The confession instantly shifted the conversation from criticism to sympathy, leaving many viewers shocked by how vulnerable he appeared.
I know girl treated you right. Never, bro. I never had a good love. I never experienced love before. I never experienced it. I never experienced this shit, bro. I never experienced it, bro. I never did, bro. I never did, bro. I never experienced love, bro. I never did, bro. I never had it. I never had it, bro. I never had it, bro. I never had it. I never had it.
Those words spread across social media almost immediately. Fans who had spent weeks criticizing his behavior suddenly began sharing clips expressing concern instead. Reaction videos appeared everywhere. Comment sections transformed into discussions about mental health, pressure, fame, and isolation rather than music. For the first time in weeks, the headlines weren't centered around another controversial viral clip. Instead, they centered around one emotional question. Was Kodak Black trying to tell the world something that everyone had been overlooking? That question quickly reached some of the biggest names in hip-hop, and what happened next would pull even more people into the story. By this point, the conversation surrounding Kodak Black was no longer just about music, live streams, or viral clips. It had become deeply personal. Every new appearance seemed to leave fans asking the same question: was anyone actually trying to help him? As concern continued spreading online, Kodak returned to Instagram Live with a side of himself people rarely saw. Instead of arguing with critics or responding to headlines, he spoke about something far more personal. He admitted that throughout his life, he never truly felt what real love was. The words didn't sound like someone trying to create another viral moment. They sounded like someone carrying years of emotional weight that had finally become impossible to hide.
Okay, so I thought Kodak was in Miami. I see he's in Atlanta. So I'm getting a flight down to Atlanta right now and do something. So anybody that's already down in Atlanta that knows him and knows anything about him, I know I said rappers and all that, but right now, I need y'all, man, to like really go and do something. Like we can't, I know y'all think I'm crashing out. Y'all, you see me talking, I'm expressing myself. And look, man, please don't, I know I said a lot, and just let me go down there and go help this man out.
That emotional confession completely shifted public opinion. For weeks, social media had been criticizing Kodak's behavior. But after hearing him speak so openly, many people stopped focusing on the controversy and started talking about the pain behind it. Thousands of comments questioned whether fame, legal pressure, addiction rumors, and years of public scrutiny had slowly pushed him to a breaking point. The conversation quickly reached one of the biggest artists in the world. Kanye West publicly stepped in, saying he wanted to personally check on Kodak and encouraging others in the music industry to stop watching from a distance and start offering genuine support. His message immediately became another major headline. Instead of discussing albums or chart numbers, artists and fans alike were now discussing responsibility. Who should have noticed the warning signs sooner? Who was actually helping Kodak behind closed doors? Or had everyone simply become used to seeing him in crisis? Those questions became even louder later that same night. Kodak appeared on yet another livestream, walking back and forth inside his bedroom while making comments about being Drake's favorite rapper. But viewers weren't only paying attention to what he was saying. They were watching the people around him. Rather than stopping the livestream or encouraging him to step away, several people nearby continued recording, laughing, and reacting while the footage spread across social media. That detail disturbed many fans even more than the livestream itself.
Yeah. Kanye a real one. You know why you a real one? Cause like I'm some poet. Kinda like Kanye the only tell did it. Cause he know he ain't a lot of the other looking unclean in her wife Kanye like.
For countless supporters, this became the real turning point. The criticism shifted away from Kodak and toward the people surrounding him. Many argued that true friends protect someone during their worst moments, not film them for entertainment while millions of strangers watch online. Suddenly, the story wasn't just about Kodak Black anymore. It became a story about fame, isolation, and whether success can sometimes leave a person surrounded by people who enjoy the spotlight, but disappear when real help is needed. And while emotions continued running high across social media, an even bigger storm was already forming behind the scenes. Because the next chapter wouldn't be driven by live streams or viral clips. It would be decided inside a courtroom. By now, Kodak Black's reputation had changed dramatically. The conversation was no longer centered on platinum records or chart-topping success. Instead, every headline seemed to focus on another viral clip, another livestream, or another legal update. For many longtime supporters, it felt like his music had become secondary to the controversy surrounding his personal life. As public concern continued to grow, Kodak's legal troubles returned to the spotlight. Court proceedings and trafficking-related allegations once again placed his future under intense scrutiny. Legal analysts pointed out that because of his previous history, the outcome of this case could carry far greater consequences than many of his earlier encounters with the justice system.
Yes, absolutely. I like that. All right, DP, thank you for the...
Yeah, you was
All right, coming up next, I'm going to play some Drew Hill. I got Camper, I got Anita Baker, all on the way. My name is QB Rodriguez, I'm in for Shelby Russian today.
Hot 105.
Russian today.
Hot 105.
The uncertainty surrounding the case only fueled more speculation online. Some believed rehabilitation was still the best path forward, while others argued that the legal system had already given him multiple opportunities. Social media quickly split into two opposing sides, with one defending Kodak and the other questioning whether anything would truly change this time. Then another emotional moment surfaced after one of his court appearances. Kodak appeared on TikTok Live looking noticeably drained, giving viewers a rare glimpse of the pressure he appeared to be carrying away from the cameras and headlines. The clips spread rapidly, once again shifting the discussion from legal arguments to concern for his future. Today, Kodak Black stands at one of the biggest crossroads of his career. With his legal future still uncertain, his public image heavily divided, and millions of fans continuing to watch every move he makes, one question remains unanswered. Will this become the comeback story everyone hoped for? Or the chapter that changes his life forever? The truth is, nobody knows how this story ends. Kodak Black is still making music. He's still fighting legal battles. And he's still leaving millions of people wondering whether the next headline will be about a comeback, or another setback. Maybe everything we've seen is only one chapter in a much bigger story. Or maybe the biggest turning point hasn't happened yet. What do you think? Does Kodak Black deserve one more chance to rebuild his life, or has the damage already gone too far? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this investigation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives.